It's February, and that means new movies, new TV shows, and a new Let's Settle This, where we decide what is the most exciting show that we are anticipating to come out. Finish that sentence in post with the AI. Chris, what are we starting with here?
Well, we're going to start with something outside of shows and movies, because it is going to dominate TV, and that is the Winter Olympics, starting...
Dude, hey, copyright. What are you doing?
It's
trying
okay.
To get a suit?
It's fine. Public domain. Can you guys show me?
Is that public domain for real?
I don't know.
You don't know. You're just gonna make it so we can't use any of this. Great, thanks.
Oh, come on. It's like 7 seconds. No one cares.
Yeah, I don't
what are they
think
going to do? Sue us? I'd love to see them try.
It's not like the Olympics are litigious or anything.
Are they?
Yeah,
They are very litigious.
Are they a for-profit organization, the Olympics? Those bastards.
And they leave. I mean, they might be labeled as a non-profit, whatever. That doesn't mean anything.
Right.
They leave destruction in their wake,
consortium?
but we don't need to talk about that. That's not what we're here for.
We're going to go with the Winter Olympics.
Winter Olympics,
right?
February 6th through February 22nd. Grant and Jonathan, are you going to watch this?
I mean,
The Olympics
probably
always
a
kind of
little.
sneak up on me. They kind of sneak up on me a little bit. You know, I used to care more, I think.
What are the good Winter Olympic sports to
Like
watch?
the bobsled. Bobsled is pretty cool.
You can't watch the bobsled more than for like 2 minutes. They do the
No,
same
you're
thing.
right.
You can't tell. It isn't like you're like, oh, that was an incredible run. If you can't see the times, you have no idea that anything.
Let me put it this way: I'm not going to view them as they're on in my home as like something that I've chosen to do. But if I am somewhere and they're on, I might take.
It's
a
fun
look.
to watch. I give you. There's the luge as well, which is like bobsled for unskilled people. You know, where you don't have to do anything at all, and you can win. As Jerry Seinfeld once said, like, "Oh, what an incredible athlete! Look at the way he pointed his foot during the luge." You know, like there's nothing. You're just sort of like you don't even meet. You fall on the thing and you win the gold because it's just a straight shot, man.
I'm sure there's a lot of nuance to it, but as the audience, it's pretty impossible to see what it is unless you really know what you're looking for.
I guess there's like the speed skating stuff, which is like a little fun. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, somebody's finger might get cut off.
I always worry about that.
Yeah.
I worry about that in hockey.
I knew a guy growing up in middle school who was like a good enough speed skater that he was on like the Olympic track, and he got his finger cut off speed skating.
No!
Yeah.
I figure anytime someone falls and those dudes are just going by, it's like...
That's what
you
happened.
got the front... it really happens. And seriously, how does it not happen more in hockey? Like, guys are falling over all over the place.
Those skates are not as sharp as speed skating skates.
I guess they're wearing like probably thick gloves a lot too, right?
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, so it's
and they're not as close to each other all the time, right? In speed skating, they're like right next to each other, yeah.
And they're not going as insanely fast, right? Because they're going like a world record speeds.
You can watch it and kind of cringe and hope that nobody's finger gets cut off. That's fun.
It's like watching Alex Honnold like climb the Taipei 101, where you're like, I'm watching this and hoping he doesn't die, but the fact that he could die does make it a little more interesting. Like,
I mean, that's like,
that is part of it, right?
As an aside, that's like him taking a walk to the grocery store. Like, I think a building is way easier than usually what he does because it's predictable and there's no like overhangs where he has to like use one finger to find the tiniest rock in the world and like use that to hold his whole 240-pound body. Like, so I think it's probably a little different.
I think he had said even that this was not like an extreme challenge for him going in. But still, I don't know if you watched any of it. I watched some of it, and it still is at times like terrifying to watch. It's still like really scary. He's some unbelievable amount of feet up, and he just like locks his legs in this thing, and it like puts both his hands behind us. He like puts more of that like clay or whatever on his hands, very calmly, very slowly. And I'm like, dude. And then he gets all the way to the top, and he just stands up there, is taking selfies. I'm like, what about gusts of wind? Do we have no concern about any gusts of wind? A sudden gust of wind, and it's over. Like, I don't know, but he's just. He obviously knows what he's doing with that stuff.
He's the GOAT at that, I think.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, the Olympics. There's also there's some drama involved, right? Because there's the ski jump where the Norwegian team was caught cheating, and it's like a great, horrible thing for Norway because this is like one of they're known for winter sports, so it's a big deal. They did something where they were. I don't know if the athletes were aware. They're at least feigning that they weren't aware, but the coaches or the tailors or whoever deals with the suits were aware. There's like certain suit specifications, and you can't have the crotch done a certain way or else it's too good. It's like too aerodynamic. There's too much aerodynamicism of the crotch area. That's something that's illegal apparently, and they
I believe it's
they stitched it a certain.
It's aerodynamism.
Aerodynamicism. I was too busy thinking about how to talk about the crotch area.
Crotch. Yeah, I get that.
And so I guess they made the crotches too aerodynamic, and they got caught by like a whistleblower.
That's like every NASCAR race ever. Every NASCAR race, they're
you're
always
right
on the edge of all
they're
these
always
laws,
aerodynamicizing the crotch in NASCAR. You're right. They are.
I mean, Okay, there's the biathlon. That's fun. There's shooting and skiing. So it's like kill someone, ski a little bit, kill another dude, ski some more. Like that's a cool sport.
That's what it is simulating. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's because of like war and stuff back in the day, right? That is what it's from originally.
You're just saying that, right? You don't really know that.
I think I read about that or heard about that once, like a long time ago. Chris will probably Wikipedia it or something.
Can't you be killing a moose and then skiing some more and then killing another moose?
No. You have to be able to ski fast though, and it's like you don't have to run from a dead moose, but you do have to run from enemy soldiers. This is a war. This is a war sport, man.
Anyway,
just like badminton is. Badminton's a war sport because it's like the shuttlecock is like a grenade, and you're tossing it back and forth. And if it lands, it explodes, and you die. Everyone knows this.
You have educated me, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So anyway, it seems like both of us are like not on the high excitement level for the Winter Olympics.
I think in general, though, the Olympics is the kind of thing that can sneak up on you in a good way, where it's like I usually don't have any excitement level for Winter or Summer Olympics. And then I'm somewhere and they're on and I end up watching it with people and then it suddenly becomes a thing. And every night you watch the Olympics with people and it's a fun thing and it becomes a ritual and you start to get to know the people a little bit, some of the athletes. And I don't know, I could see it becoming a thing. But having said that, no, I have no real.
It's a great thing for
it's number one right now.
For like a bar where everybody's engaged in the right way. Like I don't usually care about the World Cup, but there was a time I spent in like summer school at college where it was me and my friend and then a bunch of Saudi Arabian exchange students. And it was 2006, which was the year that the U.S. and Saudi Arabia did well in the World Cup. So we would wake up at 6 a.m. and watch the Saudi games, and they would watch the U.S. games, and we would cheer for each other. Like, that was super fun. So that type of thing can happen with the Olympics if everybody's, cheering for the same thing. So, it can produce maybe, like, of whatever we're going to talk about today, it might be among the most exciting potential things, but I'm never going to turn it on at home. So I don't really know how to rank it.
Well, right now it's number one because it's one of one, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty far down the list by the time we get there because, I mean, really, also, there is the Summer Olympics and the much less loved Winter Olympics, right? Like, for sure, the Summer Olympics is much flashier, much more fun to watch, much more accessible as a viewer, even. Like, it just makes more sense.
Yeah,
like,
watching people run 100 yards and see who's the fastest is a lot more interesting to the general public than the biathlon, for sure.
Yeah, or speed skating even. And I think speed skating isn't bad, but it's like they go around like 35 times, and it's like, I don't know, we're on lap 17 over here, but like 100-meter dash is just over.
Unless you're a speed skater, you don't get a sense of like how good they're doing or how fast they're going. Whereas you watch somebody run really fast, you're like, I can't run that fast. That's cool. Look how fast they're running.
With like Apollo Ono, I'm always like, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I can do it.
He's mid, yo.
I do like their the skaters, the skates themselves because they're so long. They're cool looking.
Yeah,
nice really good for cutting off fingers. In fairness,
yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, according to Wikipedia, biathlon is rooted in the skiing traditions of Scandinavia, where early inhabitants revered the Norse god Ullr as both the ski god and the hunting god.
Yes.
Hunting.
That could be more moose than military. But then,
excuse me, it's a war on animals.
I like how you were just deciding to declare victory as you were losing. Good job.
It's one of my moves. For sure, it's one of my moves.
But it does say in modern times the activity that developed into the sport was an exercise for Norwegians as an alternative training for the military.
Oh, what happened?
So
an actual victory.
It's kind of both.
It feels so good.
Kind of both.
It feels so good.
We both won.
No.
All right.
Why do you have to be this way?
February 8th, one more sporting event before we get to sort of movies and shows. Super Bowl. Super Bowl is coming our way again on NBC. NBC has the Olympics and the Super Bowl. Seahawks, Patriots.
Well, I know Jonathan's excited because he is a Patriots fan and he's going to be insufferable about it. So that's going to be something to deal with. So I guess this might go way down on my list due to the Patriots' presence.
Oh,
now that I think about
you're
it,
gonna watch it.
The
You're
more
gonna
that
watch the
Jonathan
Super
gets
Bowl,
to
right?
enjoy how Boston sports are always fucking incredible, which is so annoying because it's not like he has any say over how good they are, who's the GM of the teams, but it just happens that his teams are always so fucking good, and he's just so smug about it. And when they lose, he's like, "It's okay, we won last year. It's not a big deal. I feel good about
You
it."
hate that.
And I'm like, "Fuck you,
hate
feel
that
pain.
so much.
Feel some pain. Just go feel pain."
Grant has seen me. Grant has been with me the last 3 times the Patriots won the Super Bowl. He's been in the same room with me as it happened, so he really got to experience all of it. And I do absolutely become insufferable, without question, and it's guaranteed to happen again. Although I do think they're probably going to get killed this time, so it's less likely. But
I mean, why would they get killed? It's like such a toss-up year in football. Why would they get killed?
I mean, the Seahawks
are
I think the Seahawks are clearly the best team in the league by all the advanced metrics. By like historically a good team by advanced metrics. They're just not a team that we're used to being good, and they're not a team where we trust their quarterback. But Sam Darnold was awesome yesterday, and it was a close, tight game, and he sort of had, I think he rewrote his story. And unless he sort of finds the vomit and sees the ghosts, I don't know what the Patriots going to have. The Patriots going to have to. Drake May's going to have one hell of a day, and he has yet to have a good game in the playoffs, like an above average, really good game for him. So I'm worried about it. But you know, I'm thrilled as a Patriots fan to have gotten here. We won 8 games the last 2 years.
He's got to find the vomit.
Yeah, if he finds the vomit, we got a chance. Starts to feel that just a little bit. That the lungs squeeze just a little bit tighter.
All right. Everything I said aside, this is clearly ahead of the Winter Olympics for me. I have more interest in this than the Winter Olympics.
Of course. I mean, you're going to 100% watch the Super Bowl, right? Like, even though
it's not 100%. It's not 100%. With 2 kids and no screen time during the day, but we'll see. I might find a way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're going to get to our first show, and this is one that I know nothing about, but it is the show that NBC is following up the Super Bowl with, which is often the one they put the most investment in, the most whatever. So same day is a new show, launch of a new show called The Burbs. The summary is a young couple moves back to a husband's childhood home, only to face threats from new neighbors and uncover dark secrets of their cul-de-sac.
Is it a drama or a comedy?
It's a comedy.
Comedy, starring Keke Palmer, Jack Whitehall, and Julia Duffy.
There's more. The cast continues to be interesting past that too. I think there's like a few other pretty cool people where you'd like recognize them. You're like, oh, I like those. I like that person, right?
Sure.
No, maybe not. Okay.
Well, you know more.
Right,
know more actors than most people, so maybe it's somebody that you saw.
Maybe.
In some
Mark
show
Schrock, Paula Pell.
Yeah, Paula Pell.
Paula Pell.
Paula Pell is like really funny. She was on Saturday Night Live for a little bit. She was on Girls 5 Eva. She was the wife of Tina Fey's co-worker on 30 Rock, the one who she thought he was cheating on, but actually they were just having like a hot sexual relationship. Finally, like rekindled their marriage. She's very funny. Having said that, I have no real interest in the show.
Yeah, I don't really either. I mean, like an NBC by the numbers, like fish
really
out
tough.
of water plus a little bit of drama from the neighbors thing.
It's so hard for a network anything, but especially a network comedy to interest me at this point. Like a streaming comedy's got a chance, but a network comedy, as you said, Grant, is almost always by the numbers. I will say, Netflix got Animal Control, the first 3 seasons of Animal Control, and I watched it, and I sort of like, that was my workout show, and I kind of got into it, even though it is a little bit by the numbers. It's funny and sweet and has heart, and I was like, and I now watch it. I watch the new one every week, so that is my one network show I think that I'm currently watching, and I'm okay with it, But it's hard to like. I mean, The Burbs again, just going to have to get like surprisingly good reviews. That seems impossible. By the way, this is based on a movie from like the '80s that Tom Hanks starred in that no one.
Oh, this
cared
is
about.
based on that movie?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't understand how or why. Very weird.
It's a weird property to revive. I don't really
Yes.
understand.
It was probably cheap. Like, maybe it cost nothing. Maybe the person who did that is doing this. They're like, I got to have a comeback, man. This is my comeback.
Maybe.
I mean, they got to show
we
out
could
of it.
pay 10 cents for the Burbs or $140 million for Jurassic Park. Let's do the Burbs and see if we can get one.
I mean, you can make a lot of the Burbs for one Jurassic Park. And you just need a hit. You just got to find one hit in there, and you're good, right? It's one of the Netflix moves, or has been one of the Netflix moves for a long time. Find your baby reindeer.
Yeah, this is below both sporting events for me. Very unlikely.
Yeah, me too. And I like Keke Palmer, but still, I can't actually watch that show.
I could pretend to know who Keke Palmer is if you would like, but I don't know who Keke
She's,
Palmer is.
comedian. Been
Okay.
on some movies and TV shows and stuff.
All right. Well, how about a movie coming out February 13th called Crime 101? This is starring Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Halle Berry. An elusive thief eyeing his final score encounters a disillusioned insurance broker at her own crossroads. As their paths intertwine, a relentless detective trails them, hoping to thwart their multi-million-dollar heist.
So I want it to be good. It sounds fun, but it's like this type of movie gets made with relative frequency. It has a splashy cast. I like the cast. It's a good cast. That's important. But so did the Star Trek show, right? And that show sucks ass. So I have high hope for it. Ruffalo's been doing good work recently. He's been doing a lot of good stuff. And Hemsworth is always charming. And Halle Berry, I haven't seen her in anything for a while, but she can act. She's fine. She'll be
Academy
good.
Award-winning Best Actress Halle Berry. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
She can probably act.
Yeah.
Grant.
So, there's this is in the Logan Lucky category of movies where it's just like, I'm going to forget it. Usually it's probably going to be like a 87% on Rotten Tomatoes that ends up ultimately forgettable is my guess. But my hope is that it is like, oh, actually, this is one of the really good ones. And you'll remember this one because it's a great movie and it'll be one of the movies of the year. It has that level of potential with that cast and that type of movie. So I have hope for it. So I think I'm more excited for it than anything but the Super Bowl, I would say, that we've talked about.
So far. I mean, we've talked about very little. That is fair. I think that's the same for me, but I am not very excited about this. Chris, who's the director? Do we have that?
Director is Bart Layton.
Okay, so don't know who that is. I know Amazon made this movie. Amazon does not have a very good track record with making movies. That doesn't mean to say that they are not going to bust out of that box at some point and do a better job. And some of their movies are good, but it makes it really hard to believe that this is going to be good. I'm pretty sure it's going to be poor. But even if it's just pretty good, like an amusing, fun time, I'll take that. Like, I don't need an A-plus movie out of this movie. Crime 101 could be a solid B-plus. Like, I had a good time. I'm glad I saw it. I'll never think about it again. I'm totally down with that.
That's my best guess as to how it's going to go. But that's something that's watchable and can entertain you for an evening. So that's nice.
Yeah. That's no problem. I'm in.
Yeah.
But, so right now it's second, but it's not going to hold.
Right.
I'll tell you right now. There's no chance.
Okay. So you rank it the same as I do?
So far, I think our rankings are the same,
Okay.
but give it a minute.
All right. Well, the same weekend, also February 13th, is a movie Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. And this is about a man from the future who arrives in a diner and needs to recruit people, a bunch of disgruntled patrons, to try to take on the terminal threat of a rogue AI.
Okay,
don't say any more yet, Chris. So far, Grant, what's your interest level?
I know who the actor is.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That was going to be
because you know I love this guy.
I know you love Sam Rockwell.
Yeah. I do love me some Sam Rockwell. I mean, how could you not love Sam Rockwell, right?
I love Sam Rockwell. Absolutely. Have you seen that guy dance? Of course you have. He dances in every single role he's ever been in. But it's great. It's fun.
That's a really fun protagonist for this movie. That's a cool actor choice for this. Like, I think I'm more excited about it being Sam Rockwell versus like maybe somebody who's taken a bit more seriously, I think. I don't know. Sam Rockwell's taken seriously, but like he's always got that kind of jovial nature to him. Like if it was George Clooney or Brad Pitt or something, I'd be like a little bit less excited about it, I think.
I'd be pretty excited if it was Brad Pitt, I think. But I'm pretty excited about this movie. Like,
yeah.
I've seen the commercial for it, at some point, and I don't really remember anything about it except it's sort of frenetic, and they keep saying, good luck, have fun, don't die, and Sam Rockwell's running around, and I'm like, yep, I mean, that seems like a good time to me. So I'm pretty excited for it without really knowing anything. One of the great titles of a movie in the last few years, I would say. You title a movie this well, you put Sam Rockwell in it. You got my $12. I mean, congratulations. Here it is. Take it, please.
This is number one for me, and that's largely because I don't watch the amount of football that I used to and don't care about football that much. Maybe the Super Bowl would be number one for me if we were talking about this a decade ago. But for me, this is the clear number one. I'm like very interested in seeing this movie. I love me some Rockwell. Moon is a great gem, by the way. Everybody should watch Moon. It's a wonderful movie.
I mean, yeah, most of the things Sam Rockwell is in, he brings a real funness to. Like his character, at least, is almost always extremely watchable and worth watching the movie for those parts, at least. You know, I'm thinking of the Apple movie with Henry Cavill and Bryce Dallas Howard and Sam Rockwell. I can't even remember the name of it. She's like the novelist. She writes spy things, whatever. Oh my God, is the spy real though? Are all these things real that I'm writing and I don't even realize it? That one. The movie was not very good, but he was a treasure as always.
I think he first came across my screen in what was that movie called? Matchstick Men back in like 2003 with Nicolas Cage, and he was great.
Great movie.
It's
a really good movie.
Yeah,
I think Ridley Scott directed that movie.
Really? It doesn't feel very Ridley Scotty, which is interesting, but it's obviously well made, well directed.
That's the thing that is Ridley Scotty about it. It's like way better than it really has any right to be for the kind of movie that it is. You know, it's one of those. So I think that's what makes it a Ridley Scott movie, because he generally does that, you know, especially when he's not making sequels to Alien, which is where it kind of all falls apart. But for almost every other movie that he makes, I would say they're almost always better than they have a right to be. I'm thinking of The Last Duel here as a movie that no one really talked about. Flopped.
That's a good movie. That movie hurts to watch, though, a little bit. It's just like...
It's intense and brutal and extremely well made, and you just feel like the performance.
For those who haven't watched it, it's if you are interested in like movie making at all and the way that stories are told, I think it's a really well done version of you see it from different perspectives, and it's not like Vantage Point with Dennis Quaid where it's like who shot the president. It's like you see how people see the same thing differently, not from different angles, but literally like perceived differently, and it's really cool how they do it.
Film students would say it's sort of a Rashomon kind of a thing, right? That movie is really good. Anyway, yes, good luck, have fun, don't die. It's not number one for me because the Super Bowl is going to have to be a number one no matter what, because the Patriots are in. I'm a Patriots fan, so I can't even consider anything else. It would probably be my number one anyway because I'm a huge football fan. If we remove that, and maybe it's almost shouldn't count because like nothing could ever go up. For me, this would be in my current number one for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, what if it was like the Panthers against the Chargers? Would you still have? I mean, I guess they're both the same conference. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, they're not in the same conference.
Not.
Oh, they're
they
not.
could play.
No. Yeah,
it's cool. But don't worry about it. Yeah, NFC South and the AFC West. Yeah,
I don't know
you have
anything.
2 kids. You don't know anything anymore. It's fine. I would probably still be more interested in the Super Bowl than this movie, probably. I mean, I've watched every Super Bowl since I was, like 10 years old, and it's a cultural event for me. It's a important.
Is there some formula, some witch's concoction of things that you could put into a movie that would put it above the Super Bowl with the Patriots in it for you? Is it possible?
Wow. There probably is, but it's a super tough thing to pull off. It would have to be, it's probably a sequel to some like deeply loved movie of mine that somehow is going to not suffer from sequelitis.
So Gladiator
tough.
2? Obviously Gladiator 2?
Yeah. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind would be Edge of Tomorrow 2, which they sometimes talk about making. Every so often Tom Cruise mentions that they're like had another meeting about it and stuff. That would be pretty exciting for me. I don't know if it would be enough, but if I was hearing incredible things about it, I'd be pretty excited for Edge of Tomorrow too.
Yeah.
It's tough though. I don't know. It's an incredibly hard thing to like surpass the Super Bowl with the Patriots in it. It's just hard.
All right. Well, we'll keep that in mind, but we both are excited about this movie.
Yeah.
Maybe this one will. Maybe this one will surpass the Super Bowl. Same weekend, February 13th, Wuthering Heights with Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie.
Yeah. That's right.
No thanks.
Great love story.
Yeah.
How
I don't want to
old
watch
is
people breathe heavily for 2.5 hours. I'm good.
I'm just curious, and I know this is a little bit hypocritical because I know they do it the other way all the time, but I am curious about the age gap between those two. And I don't know, and maybe the story is that it's a young man and an older woman. I don't even know the story, but I'm just curious because it's. I think of him as being like 19, maybe he's 30, but I think of him as being like a kid. Maybe he's 22, and I think of her as she's like got to be 40 at this point, doesn't she?
Approaching it at least, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine, whatever. They do this in movies all the time the other way, but I'm just curious.
He was born in 97 and she was born in 90, so it's a 7-year age gap.
And
yeah.
he's okay. So he's 29 and she's 36, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a scandal because because the woman is older.
According to
I'm
you,
just saying what
apparently.
Grant's thinking. I'm just saying what Grant was clearly thinking.
No, I wasn't. I was just thinking there's no chance I'm going to watch this movie. Put it at the bottom.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch the Burbs. I'd much rather watch the Burbs.
Wow. All right.
Oh, for sure. I am not interested in pretty much any property where the main component of it is romance. It does not interest me. It's very hard for that to be good.
This is like
opinion.
an all-time classic novel, right? That they've sort of made into a movie. So there's probably like a great story behind it. I don't actually know. But there's likely a great story since they keep making this movie and they've done this many times now, and it's like something we've heard of, even though it's got to be over 100 years old at this point, doesn't it? Maybe something like that. Yeah. So like the things that survive that long are usually classic stories with like incredible structure and powerful. Like The Count of Monte Cristo has survived this long, and that's an unbelievable tale of revenge.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, The Count of Monte Cristo is great, but it's
so
a
if
different
you like
story.
that, why wouldn't you like this?
Because I don't like anything structured around romance.
There's probably death. There's probably some killing. I don't know.
What I'm saying is, if the main line that powers everything in the story is romance, then it's like it just makes everything less interesting to me. Because like it's just, I don't know. It's just such a small story in a way, and I just don't care.
Okay. I mean, I understand that, and I mostly agree with you. I would put this above the Burbs for me. There's a chance this is going to be quite good, and I don't mind a little romance. I've got a heart,
Yeah.
Got blood
Jonathan's
in my veins.
gonna put on his robe, light some candles, and watch some Wuthering Heights. Maybe he'll try some wine for the first time ever and enjoy it. Yeah.
I could do prop bets with like who takes off their shirt first, in the movie and stuff like that. Pretty exciting. I think we know the answer to that.
Yeah.
By the way, right?
Yeah, of
Definitely
course it's
him.
the guy. The guy's going to take the shirt off first.
Yeah, she's not going to take off her shirt in this movie. There's no chance.
No, she's too big of an actress.
Even have like a bra, but she could have a bra. But I don't think they'll even do that.
If it
She's
was a
Margot
person
Robbie.
you
She
never,
doesn't
if
need to do
it
that
was a
shit
person
anymore.
you never heard of before, you'd be like, there might be boobs in the first minute. We're not
Right.
sure, but it's Margot
But no,
Robbie.
it's-
You're not seeing
right,
it.
Right. There's no chance. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Good for her. She's like, I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Like, you
Good for
don't.
her.
Yeah.
Anyway, no
right.
chance. 0% for me to watch that movie.
Even though it's Valentine's weekend, doesn't change your mind, Grant?
No. Valentine's weekend is about getting to go to a good restaurant and eat more chocolate than I should.
Fair.
That's what that's about.
Fair. Well, also Valentine's weekend, our third sport entry into the fray is the NBA All-Star Weekend and All-Star Game.
Okay.
I mean, okay, so Chris, do you know, have they made any changes that are of any interest? Because
They have.
they're going to have
They
to
have.
have for me to have any interest. I basically
the
haven't
US
watched the
versus
NBA
the-
All-Star Game since Michael Jordan was playing in it.
Yeah.
It's the U.S. versus the world, Grant. That's how they're doing it this time.
So maybe the players will care a little bit more. You think? I mean, that's the idea behind it, right? The whole motivation behind any change to the All-Star Game is to make the players actually give a shit and play defense a little bit, right? That's the idea.
I mean, Adam Silver's been very open about that, where he's saying like he's really frustrated with these All-Star games because the players don't care, and so he's doing anything he can, just like you're saying. Wembanyama has come out and said he is going to try.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I don't know if they're going to try, but I'm going to try the whole game. So that's cool, but I got to tell you, I have no interest in this. Like the All-Star game has completely killed. They've been doing this. I mean, this is true for all exhibition All-Star type games for all the sports at this point, but there's no stakes. And pretending, U.S. versus the world is going to get people caring. Even if they really cared, I'd be sort of interested, but only sort of interested anyway. There's still no stakes, right? It's like, the U.S. won, or the U.S. lost. Like, so what? Like, I don't know. There's nothing. Am I rooting for the U.S.? I don't know. Why? Just because I live here? It's not a good reason to root for them. I don't. The Olympics are happening anyway. I don't know. The whole thing, I have no interest in the All-Star game. I haven't had interest in the All-Star game for a long time. If there was anything I was interested in, it's like the three-point shooting competition. I have a tiny bit of interest in. And sometimes like highlights on the dunk competition. I would never actually watch the dunk competition, but I'd watch like the YouTube 3-minute, here's just all the dunks without all the in-between stuff. I'd watch that, quickly. But even the three-point shooting competition, kind of boring. Man, somehow we took all the best athletes in the world doing the thing that they're the very best at and made it completely uninteresting, not just to me, but to everybody. Like, that's hard to do, but they've done it.
Yeah, I agree with you that the three-point competition is the only thing that holds any interest because of the way it's done, right? Like, there's no subjectivity to it, whereas with a dunk contest, it's just, like, subjective. Who cares? Yeah. Three-point contest is like, oh, that's sweet. That's awesome that dude did it. Like, I didn't expect to make every single shot, made every single shot. That's cool,
How do we fix the All-Star game, like, quickly? Like, what could you do? And let's say you could do anything at all. Like, you don't have to have a game. You could just do anything to have an event that would actually make people interested, make you and I and Chris, the three of us, interested in actually watching this.
I mean, you'd have to put a lot of money behind it because these players are already making so much money, the ones who make the All-Star game. So,
what amount of money could you put behind it that would interest them? That was possible,
the winning team makes $10 million a player. Like, then they would try.
I mean, maybe. Chris, you had your hand up.
One-on-one bracket.
Yeah, I think that's
one-on-one
good
bracket
because
would be pretty cool.
That's good because the players, no matter, even if there's no incentive financially, the players would have too much pride to just get crushed. So they would try. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're in it. And you could also have a thing where instead of it being 10 million to everyone, it could be like there's 30 players or whatever, 32 players in this one-on-one bracket, one from each team, let's say. And first place is $20 million, second place is $10 million, and that's it. And so they put they throw $30 million at a total, which is a reasonable amount based on how much they pay these guys anyway for all the different stuff. But I think $20 million they will be going crazy for. That's like even Steph Curry, like that's a third of his paycheck for the whole year. I mean, at least for the NBA, he gets a lot of sneaker money, he gets all this other stuff, but still, that's like a significant amount of money to all these guys still. So that would be interesting, and I think that I would certainly check that out. That's a good one. Is there anything else? Like, are there other like shooting competitions that would be interesting, or would it just get boring? You can't have that many shooting competitions, right?
I mean, I think it would be interesting to do not just three-point shooting, but like shooting from all over the court, like half court involved and stuff like that. Different point levels for different shots that you make. Like, I'm
interested in that. They did horse a few times, like at least once. I remember it, and it was actually not that good, which was
I could see horse sucking. I think maybe if you do like a timed thing where like, a corner three is worth 1 point and above the break is worth 2 points, and then like a logo three is worth 3 points and a half court shot is worth 5 points, and you have 1 minute to make as many shots as you can. That's pretty interesting.
I'd watch that at least once. I definitely would watch that once. That's cool. Yeah. And like part of it is like you have to run all the way to half court.
Yeah.
But if you're Steph Curry, you get out there, you hit 2 of those, you just win the thing anyway, and you're like, I'm Steph Curry, I can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool. Like the strategy, there's a little bit of strategy. It'd be fun to watch. So I like that. Yeah, that would be good.
Anyway, in its current form, I think it's second to last above Wuthering Heights for me.
I think it's still above the Burbs for me, but I think it's below Wuthering Heights. That's how little interest I have in that thing.
So second to last for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. As much I love the NBA, I watch the Wolves all the time, and I think this would be bottom of my list. Below, I'd watch the Burbs or Wuthering Heights before it.
Yeah. To make it clear, like Jonathan and I are both big NBA fans too. So yeah, to not even want to watch the All-Star game is not good.
All right,
Chris just talked to me. I'm putting it last. I'd rather watch the Burbs the more I think about it. Like Mark Probst is a funny dude. He was on What We Do in the Shadows. He was on The Office. I'm in. I'm in for the Burbs over that for sure. Okay.
All right. Let's get
moving along
past Valentine's weekend and go to a movie called How to Make a Killing. This is Grant's favorite actor, Glenn Powell. Doing, and
no thanks. Let's pretend Glenn Powell has charisma as a society for some reason. Great idea.
The premise is he's disowned at birth by an obscenely wealthy family. Blue-collar Beckett Redfellow will stop at nothing to reclaim his inheritance.
Beckett Redfellow is his name. That's incredible.
He will stop at nothing to reclaim his inheritance. Wow.
That means he's going to kill all the people who are going to get the money, and so he can get it, right? That's the premise.
He's blue collar. Does he have a dark past where he was special forces? Is that part of it? Is it one of these?
I hope not. I think it's like it's supposed to be like fun, not like dark. So he probably doesn't have a military background. Great. So I saw The Running Man. Have we talked about this?
Oh yeah, you did. I don't know if we talked about it.
So I saw it. I was excited to see it, and it was not good. And Glenn Powell was bad in it. He was I was really surprised at how not fun and good the movie was, considering Edgar Wright directed it. He's got a really strong resume. Baby Driver, Shaun of the Dead, just as a few. Hot Fuzz, just off the top of my head.
Those are fun.
Those are really fun, good movies. This movie could have been that, and it was just sort of annoying and mostly not good. And Glenn Powell was not great in it. And it was kind of starting to come around with you on this. Glenn Powell just isn't a star, which I was surprised. I was ready to love that movie,
The Hollywood industrial complex is trying to shove Glenn Powell down our throats because they don't want to try to find an actual actor. That's what they're doing. To be clear, I will watch a Glenn Powell movie. It's not like I truly hate the guy or anything. I just think that he does not deserve the moment he's having at all, and he should not be a leading man. He could be a side guy, maybe. I don't know.
He's gonna be a side guy soon if this movie doesn't hit, and it's unlikely to hit because Running Man was he hasn't had a hit in a while. It was Anyone But You about a little over a year ago, and it was oh, Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney, these are the two new young stars.
That was 3 years ago, wasn't it?
I think it was just a year, maybe it was a year and a half ago. I don't know. Whatever it was, 2 years ago.
I'm going 2022. 2022 is my guess on that.
No way. Chris will look it up. You're wrong. There's no chance it's 2023.
It might have been 2023.
It could have been the end of 2023. But let's move on to my point.
No, we're not moving on. We're going to find out. We got to find out.
No. Chris is going to look it up.
Who's on what side? Who's on what side?
I got 2022, 2023.
It's 2023.
Late, when? Early or late?
That's
right.
2023 came out.
I told you.
December 2023.
Nailed it.
How is that
I
a win?
I totally said that.
You said a year ago. You said a year ago was 2025. What are you talking about?
A year ago was basically 2024. And then and then you said 2022. And then when you said 23, I'm if it was 23, it was late 23. It was late 23. That's a clear victory for me.
You said a year and a bit ago. Yeah. It actually
came out. You said 2022.
Out,
we're basically the same.
It came out 2.5 years ago.
2.5 years ago. Wait, it's January. It was not 2.5 years. 2 years ago. It came out 2 years ago. But my point is this: that both Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell then have starred in a bunch of movies since then, and both of them have really not hit since then, except just now Sydney Sweeney's movie, The Housemaid, has made over $300 million on a small budget. They're going to make a second one, and she's back. These things move very quickly. If this movie is a hit for Glenn Powell, he'll be back and be a star again. That's how quickly the momentum shifts here, But I don't think this is going to be a hit. I think he's going to have to go back to making streaming movies and streaming shows and be the number 2 guy for maybe forever, and just have to live with that, which is not so bad.
No, that's pretty good. He's made a lot of money, and I have nothing against the guy as a person. I don't know anything about him as a person. I just don't think he's charismatic or good, and I think they're trying to teach us that he's charismatic and good, and he's just not. That's just my opinion.
They're not trying to teach you that. They're just oh, this movie hit really big that we weren't expecting. We think it's because of the 2 leads, so maybe he's a star. Let's get him cheap while he's still cheap and make him the star of a bunch of stuff. Like The Running Man, we don't have to pay $25 million for Glenn Powell. We can pay $7 and save that $18 million and put it somewhere else or keep it or whatever. That's all that's going on. And they're well, if he is a star, we're getting an incredible bargain here. And if he isn't, okay, well, it sucks. And it was the second thing. It was the latter.
Yeah. So anyway, this movie, there's a chance I'll watch it. It's not I won't ever watch it. I'll have low expectations. So I think it's above the Burbs, above NBA All-Star Game, and above Wuthering Heights, but below everything else.
It's definitely above those. What is after? What are the things in front of it? There's the Super Bowl and
Olympics,
Crime 101.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun, don't die.
and
Yeah,
Crime
okay.
101.
It's definitely okay. Oh, so that I guess I have it below Crime 101. Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's close, but I have it below Crime 101. Right.
I mean, I think Hemsworth actually has charisma. He's what Glenn Powell aspires to be.
I mean, Hemsworth has not had a single hit except for when he's Thor, like in his entire life.
That's fine. I've actually enjoyed watching Chris Hemsworth on screen. I don't know if I've ever really cared about what Glenn Powell's doing on screen when I'm watching it.
That's a really great point, and I actually feel the same. Like Hemsworth, even in the movies that aren't hits, he's usually pretty good. And I feel good about him having those roles. So fair enough.
All right. This is the first show that's coming back for a second season that we're looking at. We mostly looked at premieres, but this is a show called Paradise. Season 2 comes out February 23rd. I actually have not seen season 1, but this is about a Secret Service agent investigating the murder of a former president in a seemingly peaceful community.
We're not going to give
the season 1
spoilers.
log line, to be clear.
Are we going to give spoilers on season 1?
Oh, you know about this, I guess, huh?
I mean,
Look
I've
at
watched.
you.
So this is one of the shows where I enjoyed the first 4 episodes or so, and then I lost momentum due to like going on a trip or something. I don't remember what, and I didn't finish the season. But I would. I have nothing against the show. It's just it wasn't as compelling as like The Pit or something where I need to watch the next episode.
I see.
But it was good enough for me to keep watching for sure.
Okay, I'm glad you saw the first. I watched the whole first season. I really loved it. Let's not do spoilers, but let's say there is a huge thing which is revealed at the end of the first episode, which is really the premise of the show, not what you said. Even though the show is also about what you're talking about, that's not the premise. It's more of sci-fi, a fair thing to say. It's not really sci-fi, but there's sort of a sci-fi element to it, which really changes the feel of the whole show in interesting and cool ways and puts you in new situations that we're not used to. So
it's an
having
alternate
seen the whole
timeline.
Thing,
Let's call it an alternate timeline. How about that?
I guess, sort of. Good enough. So I watched the whole first season. I really loved it. I will say this, Grant. I think it's the 7th episode, so the second to last episode is kind of universally considered one of the best episodes of TV of the last several years.
Okay,
it's
so it doesn't it doesn't tail off and become not as good as the opening.
No. I really liked it all the way through. I think some people felt the middle was a little soft. I didn't. The ending also feels a little like they're wrapping it up, sort of like because they don't know if they're coming back or not, and so they have to like resolve everything they want to resolve. And sometimes that feels a little quick and a little off. But overall, I thought the show was excellent. Sterling K. Brown is the star. He's awesome in it. The show is a big hit, and I'm really excited for season 2. This has got to be my number 1. I'm putting this right at the top.
Above the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Wow.
There we go. We found it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I told you it had to be a sequel to something I was really excited about, right? Here we go. We found it. I'm really excited for this. I know the show's going to be good. The Patriots can get blown out. It's going to be a really rough watch most of the time. But this show should deliver. So I'm in.
How excited if The Pit was coming out also, would you put it above The Pit?
No.
Okay.
No. The Pit was my clear number 1 show last year, and Paradise, which also was out last year, I believe. I have as like the number 8 show or 9 show. I could look it up because I keep track of all these things. But so to me, it was still like a top show that was like I watched it as soon as it came out. I would always watch the episode right away. And the one I told you was so good, the 7th episode, I rewatched and loved it on the second watch too. It's just like awesome. It's an incredible episode. Really.
Well, I'll have to finish season 1, but I will watch this show. So I think I just love Sam Rockwell so much, and the premise of that movie is exciting to me. So I'm going to put this at number 2, above the Super Bowl, but behind Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. That's where I have it.
Cool.
Okay.
Man, I'm convinced I'm going to watch this. It was not on my list.
You got to watch it, man.
It's good.
It's really well done. It's really well
convinced
made.
me.
It's fun.
All right, we got a couple more. February 23rd also comes out. The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins. This is the return of Tracy Morgan after a long exodus and he had an accident, and Daniel Radcliffe on Peacock. And
it's important to say this is a Tina Fey. It's a Tina Fey thing, so it's like that's a big part of it. Yeah.
And it's from the team behind 30 Rock. The premise is a fallen football player star seeks redemption and a chance to restore his tarnished reputation.
Well, I mean, if it's a team behind 30 Rock, that's just a fun, good show. I'm hopeful for it. I feel like there's been some stuff that team has done since then. There's like Well, there was that Netflix show.
Kimmy Schmidt, the Unbreakable
That Kimmy Schmidt one, which like held my interest a little bit, but I didn't really care that much. It was pretty good. Like there were definitely funny elements to it that were 30 Rockish. There was like, oh, that's a very funny joke that would be on 30 Rock. And they also did like a news show or something, like Good News or something.
They did Good News. That's right, which Tina Fey was actually in.
Yeah,
they did another one too, which I'm trying to think of right now. Cannot get to, but I know they had another one as well.
So I'm pessimistic that they could recapture the magic of 30 Rock. You know, I don't expect it to be as good as 30 Rock because I don't think they've done that since then. That said, I think it will be funny. I think there will definitely be like one-liners that are like, "Whoa, that was really good. That was a very funny joke." So there's something kind of exciting about that. I think I put it right below the Super Bowl for me, so that makes it fourth out of everything.
I thought of the other Tina Fey vehicle. I think it was Girls 5 Evo. I think was also her. Which is, by the way, all the shows we've mentioned, except Good News a little bit less so, all have that same absurd sensibility that 30 Rock had, but I would say, as you're saying, less well executed.
Yeah.
And maybe that's because like 30 Rock had a secret weapon, which was Alec Baldwin.
Yeah,
who is so good in that role.
Yeah.
That he takes. I'm rewatching 30 Rock literally right now. I finished Animal Control, so my new workout show is 30 Rock. So I'm just finishing the first season, midway through the first season, and I'm amazed at how every single line he is like crushing and makes extra funny things that wouldn't be that funny on the page. He is making better with like weird pauses and thoughts and everything. It's really wild how good he is. So the show is good anyway, of course. And there's a lot going on anyway, but he is this extra piece, the secret sauce that I think makes it one of the best comedies, I would say, of the last, 30 years, really. I mean, there's a list of probably like, 10 shows on that list, something like that, but it's one of them.
I agree.
I thought Kimmy Schmidt was good for a while, but eventually it got too absurd for me and it lost me. I could never. Girls 5 Eva similarly. I think I made it through 2 seasons. And was like, okay, like I know it's crazy. There's an invisible piano which I can't see. Like okay, like I need a little more. I need something a little heartier, a little more beef in there. And like Baldwin was that heartiness. I think that special something. Maybe because it was a network show, they had a little more money to spend. Because like they had Chris Parnell playing Dr. Spetchman.
Yeah, that was great.
Dr.
He was
Spaceman,
great as a recurring character.
I think he is the funniest character on that show on like a per minute basis, like pound for pound.
I mean, all of his lines are just absurd.
Every single one. And he nails them all, and they're all great. But Alec Baldwin's doing more, and he's got a bigger range, and he's incredible. So I don't know that this show is going to have that. So I'm worried about this show because of that, but I can't see any world where I don't check it out at least. So it's somewhere in the middle there. It's in that soft, gooey center for me.
So it's below Paradise for you. It's below...
Yes.
Good Luck, Have Fun, and it's below the Super Bowl. Is it below the Winter Olympics?
It is above the Winter Olympics.
What about Crime 101?
Yeah, it's above that too. I don't think Crime 101 is going to be very good. Yeah. I think
I'm going
to be like, yeah.
I think we both have it fourth, unless you somehow have changed your mind on Glenn Powell in the last 10 minutes.
No, not yet.
All right, we got 2 more. February 25th is the reboot of Scrubs.
Right.
Well, I mean, I loved Scrubs. I'm always concerned about a reboot, especially 15 years later. That's a bit of a concern. I'm not. I know that they have a lot of the original cast coming back, right? So that's helpful. They're not like trying to do the same show with different people, which is good.
Right.
And the characters were very good. They were what drove the show, right? And it was fun. Like it was perfect for its era, though, which is a bit like you could pull off that like we're a goofy sitcom that has like these episodes that will just crush your heart in the middle of it and like they pulled that off really well. And I'm not sure that can be pulled off again at this time. I'm not really sure. This is above. This is above the Reggie Dinkins thing for me. I'm pretty clearly. I'm thinking about it still, but I think it's just above that, and everything else that was still above Reggie Dinkins is still above this.
Yeah, that sounds right. First of all, it's not a reboot because they're continuing the story with the same characters, guys. It's just a continuation. I think it's the same everybody. Like I think the main 4 cast members are back. I think Sarah Chalk is back also. I I think Peter Lawrence, the guy who made the show, is making the show. So it gives me some hope because that show also, I think, belongs on the list of like the 10 best comedies of the last 20 or 30 years in totality. That's an incredible show that was really strong for a long, long time. That said, these things usually don't work out well. Mostly these things fail and are not good anymore, right? So it's probably not going to be great, but I don't see any world where I don't check it out at least. Where I'm going to watch the first episode. Zach Braff as JD is just a great thing. I mean, that was that was like a decade of really funny stuff.
And Dr. Cox, incredible character.
Yeah, incredible. Turk was good too. And their friendship is amazing. I mean, that's a strong show. So I want to believe.
Yeah, me too.
I want to. So I have it in the same place you do.
Yeah, okay. I'm interested too. I'm worried about the Arrested Development sort of like kind of factor or echo, but I'm really hopeful. So
I mean, I don't know if you can have Doctor. I don't know if you can have Doctor.
Yeah, I like Scrub. I liked it. You know, I'm just worried about the return. There's always a risk there.
Some of the humor that was like Scrubs was really known for doesn't play as well anymore. Like Dr. Cox always calling him a female name. Like, okay, Nancy, okay, Juliet. Yeah. Like, that was funnier 30 years ago than it's going to be now, where people are going to be more offended by that and be like, there's going to be. So I'm curious to see if they mitigate that or what they do around that with that character.
Mm-hmm. All right, last one to close out the month, February 27th. This is season 2, a return on Apple of the show Monarch: Legacy of Monsters.
Right.
I did not watch season 1, so that's going to make it hard for me to get excited about this one.
Jonathan, did you watch season 1?
I watched the first 2 episodes of season 1, and then I was like, I don't think I can watch this show anymore.
Okay, that's not a good endorsement.
I can't believe Apple brought it back for a second season, I have to tell you. It's really confusing to me. Maybe they want to be associated with the MonsterVerse, the Godzilla verse, because they... there's value to that. So like this is the way they're doing it for now. And they hope to have other things happening in the future. Maybe they own some of Legendary, which is the company behind the MonsterVerse. I don't know. It's very strange to me. I thought it just wasn't that good. Like I wanted to like it. I don't love the MonsterVerse either. The movies.
Me neither.
But I was like, an Apple TV version of this though, like that speaks to me. For sure. I watched at least the first 2, I think even the first 3 episodes, and I was just like, man, I don't care. This isn't that good. This feels like really long and boring and drawn out, and like, oh, you're telling stories for, I don't even know why we're telling this story. That's what it felt like that a lot to me. And there's a cool idea where they had Kurt Russell. They have he's like the old version of the character, and then his son is the young version of the character, and we're jumping back and forth in a timeline. That's like such a cool idea. That could really work, and yet it just is like, who cares? So I'm not watching this either. This goes right at the bottom of the list, I think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Apple TV, they make good stuff, but
they do.
I don't know.
So is it below Burbs, below Wuthering Heights for you?
For me, it is.
Wow.
It's below the Burbs for me.
It's just tied at Wuthering Heights for me because there's like... no, it's probably slightly above. There's like a 0.01% chance I'll watch this, and there's a 0% chance I'll watch Wuthering Heights. So
there's a world where there's like a commercial for this, and they show you like a visual, and it's like, it looks so cool and good, and then I'm like, maybe I'll like watch some of it. I could see that happening. Wuthering Heights is going to have to get 90 Metacritic for me to be interested in that, probably. But
it's gonna have to
then I'd probably really like
change the entire plot for me to be interested in it.
Maybe Elordi kills Margot Robbie. Maybe that's the plot.
In the first 5 minutes, and it's just a complete fake out. And
maybe he's a con artist. I don't know. Maybe she's a con artist. I don't know what the story, man. It could be poisoning and shit.
So it feels like the Super Bowl should be excluded from this list because it's just like a special different event. It's kind of the pit of the situation.
Yeah.
So that means we both have Good Luck, Have Fun in the top 2 and Paradise in the top 2, right?
Right.
But we're just reversed on that. I have Good Luck, Have Fun 1 and you have Paradise 1. Chris, how do your rankings compare to ours?
I think they're pretty similar, although Paradise was one that was not on my list at all, and just having listened to you, it's moved up quite a bit because it's not a show I was really even that aware of. But yeah, Good Luck, Have Fun. I mean, that one is definitely the top of my list. Like it looks just weird but fun, and kind of just everything about that looked really cool to me. And then like I have the whole part of this list that I'm just kind of nervous about. Like I think that Scrubs and Reggie, what is it, Reggie Dinkley or whatever it is, those
Dinkins.
are kind of like the Dinkins. Like it's like maybe this is gonna be good, but I'm nervous that it's gonna be bad. So and then sporting wise, I guess I'm sort of, I don't know. I guess if I had to pick one, I'd put the Olympics above the Super Bowl. Oh, but they're both kind of below all the shows. And then the NBA All-Star Game is way at the bottom.
Hey, let me ask you, if Sam Darnold wasn't going to be in the Super Bowl, the guy who left Minnesota, the guy who you, like 3 weeks ago or whenever we did our sports thing, you were talking about how you didn't believe in him and, he's so scared in the big moments and all this stuff. You're so glad they were paper tigers last year, all this stuff. Would you have more interest in the Super Bowl, you think? Maybe?
No, this is not an anti-Sam Darnold. I'm happy for the man. Good job. I'm glad you exercised those demons. No. Good
Don't
for
you
him.
feel like it would have been better if the Vikings kept him now, though?
No, J.J. McCarthy's fine. He's going to be great.
It's all, J.J.
It's
McCarthy.
all a big, long
bust.
plan.
J.J. McCarthy or bust. Away we go.
I got a chip away at the work. I got a bigger play to rehearse. I gotta live today like I'm in the race. Show the world I know my own worth. Heavyweight to burden, I persevere. Been persevering since birth. Fight for what we deserve until we reunite Mother Earth. We're rewriting the rule book, rewiring our brains. Deep dive in the framework, yeah, we can be the change. Future's ours to claim if we grab it by the reins. Break the chain, we're gonna make it rain. We did not come to play.